The time set for hearing in this matter. The date is announced ready. Mr. DeCastro, are you ready to proceed?
Well, I want my motions to be considered. I haven't gotten due process of the law. It's both in the Arizona Constitution.
Well, sir, actually, I did consider your motion, and I denied them.
Oh, you did?
Because there's no basis in law for them.
I also put in for a continuance because I don't have the body cam footage from the police officers. And I did apply for the body cam footage from both police officers.
Okay. Well, I explained to you in the other motion or other response that you're not entitled to discovery. There is no discovery in civil traffic matters. So it's time to proceed.
One more thing, ma'am. I just want to put on a matter of record here that I did apply to see if these officers were on a Brady list, if their testimony could be tainted because they're listed on the Brady list. And I didn't receive an answer back on that yet. So, when that Brady list information comes back, if these officers are on the Brady list, and I don't know that information, we don't know if the officer is being truthful.
Sir,
yeah,
the question is, what Brady list are you referring to?
Well, the list to find out if an officer has previously perjured himself or lied on the stand. It's the Brady court. It's the Brady court case from 1963 that would establish a list of police officers who have previously lied on the stand or lied in their testimony. And we don't have the answer back from that yet.
Do you have any questions about how we're going to proceed, sir?
No, I just want to inform the court that all of my phone calls are recorded, so I want to make sure that's a matter of record. And I keep very meticulous records of everything. And
well, let me point out to you that you're not allowed to record a civil traffic hearing.
It's not a public hearing?
You are not allowed to record it. The only person allowed to, the court records the civil traffic hearing. And by law, you are not allowed to do that.
Exhibit number 1 is going to be a satellite image with overlay of how the intersection looked. So the vehicle in question, the Odyssey, was stopped through the crosswalk.
I would object. I would object, Your Honor. I would object. That picture.
What's your objection?
That is not an accurate picture. That is not a current picture. That is not a relevant picture.
Okay. I'm going to overrule your objection. It's going to come in.
Can I retort, ma'am?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
A slight argument ensued, and eventually the driver supplied a photocopy.
And what's your objection?
Well, Your Honor, he's classifying an argument when I was simply handing him my identification. I was getting it out of my glove box. He's testifying that there was an argument when there.
I don't agree with it, but that is a matter of opinion. I'm going to overrule the objection.
All right, guys, buckle up. We're kicking things off a man who claims to be a legal expert stepping into a courtroom and immediately throwing out legal buzzwords like due process and motions like confetti at a parade. The judge, calm and clear, motion denied. This is the opening spark that hints the courtroom is about to go from orderly to off the rails fast. Let's just say things are not looking alpha.
All right. Do you have any questions you want to ask the officer?
Yes, ma'am. So, officer, the road was closed. Is that correct? The road was closed going from east to west?
West of Rural Road was closed, but the section in question was open to traffic.
The intersection was open, but the east and westbound lanes were closed. You couldn't go east or west. So, or maybe just west where the road was closed, where I took a right.
Okay, I'm going to stop you. You don't get to testify right now. All you get to do is ask him questions.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions you want to ask him?
Of course I do. I'm defending myself. So then if you're taking a right-hand turn from the south as I was, then it's very possible that the driver could not have seen that there was road closures up right there. Is that correct?
That possibly exists, but
right.
There were signs saying that you shouldn't have taken the right turn to begin with.
Sir, you submitted pictures where there's no signage of a road closed. Is that correct?
Okay, sir, you don't have a charge with regards to the right-hand turn. So I'm going to ask you to move on past that, please.
Well,
this next segment is where things get spicy. Our so-called constitutional scholar starts tossing around a Brady list like a magic spell, hoping it'll get the officer disqualified. But the judge isn't impressed. The cherry on top? He claims he's recording the hearing, which is illegal. From misunderstood legal procedures to blatantly ignoring courtroom rules, this part is with attention, and the cringe starts building hard.
Did you submit any pictures where there's proper signage that would alert, especially an out-of-state driver, that the road has been closed?
Sir, I'm going to stop you again.
I'm sure.
We've been going on now for 25 minutes, and this is not relevant to what occurred. You were not cited for violating anything regarding the road closure. So let's move on. You were cited for going into the intersection against the red light. So let's start with after you had realized you made a mistake. What did you do then?
I never testified that I made a mistake, ma'am. Is it true that in Maricopa County that there has to be 3 days of warnings for local residents that this road is going to be closed?
Okay, Maricopa County law doesn't necessarily apply to the city of Tempe.
Tempe is in Maricopa County, ma'am.
And the signs are not relevant. Move on.
So,
move
ma'am,
on,
are you telling
sir.
me that so
I'm telling you that the signs are not relevant.
not warning the
I
driver
said
that the
this
road is closed and the sign
10 times at least. I'm telling you now, the signs about whether or not you could go down that road are not relevant. You were not charged with anything related to your movement and those signs. So, move on.
Ma'am, I object. That's not true. The reason I took a right is because there was no sign that the road was closed.
I've made my ruling.
If you thought it couldn't get worse, strap in. He objects to everything, including an image used as evidence. Overruled, overruled, overruled. The judge stays composed, but you can feel her patience thinning. Then he starts rewriting history. I wasn't arguing, I was getting my ID. Sure, buddy. The audience sees the truth, and the commentary doesn't let him off the hook. This is courtroom delusion in high definition.
Wow. Tenney versus
Move
Brandoff
on.
forces me to just say yes, ma'am.
Sir,
I don't have any choice but to disagree with you.
move on.
I see.
Ask your next question.
Yeah.
Ask your next question.
Okay. So, officer, when you observed me make a U-turn at a closed road, do you have any understanding as to the reason why someone would attempt to take a right on a road that's closed?
I have no idea why someone would,
Yeah.
especially seeing that there was signage that said you can't turn.
You're saying there was signage, but again, you didn't submit any evidence that there was any kind of signage at all.
Sir,
Well,
you're still on the signs.
it's not
It
relevant that
is
there was no signage?
not relevant.
Okay.
Move on.
Officer, how
If you want to still ask him questions, you need to move on to the things that are related to the actual violations in this case.
Oh, I see.
He did not cite you regarding your attempted a right turn. He did not cite you for a U-turn. He cited you for the other violations after that. So please focus on what is relevant in this case.
Is it relevant how far back the barricades
No.
were? It's not relevant, so I couldn't have seen
No.
it. Oh, it's not.
No.
This is
Move
crazy.
on.
Okay. This is just nuts. But I'm trying to get justice in America. So as we continue down the road here, so officer, how many?
Sir,
how-
if you don't stop making these statements, I'm going to cut off your cross.
Cut off my what,
You
ma'am?
need to focus on the things that are relevant. Quit making statements and ask the officer questions. Otherwise, I will have to assume that you don't have any more questions for him.
Oh, well, that would be an
Next question.
incorrect assumption. So, officer, why would a driver, and in this case it was me, why would a driver make a U-turn and turn around in an intersection, and especially in a very busy area like Tempe that resides in Maricopa
I'm
County?
going to object. I'm going to say that's not relevant. We have moved on from the U-turn.
We dive headfirst into a signage debate that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual charges. He keeps insisting the signs were missing. The judge keeps repeating, "You weren't cited for that." It's a masterclass in missing the point. This clip captures how hard someone can fight an irrelevant battle while ignoring the one they're actually losing. If this were a strategy, it's the worst one ever.
And then you went through the red light to turn from eastbound to northbound.
So I mean, you're a police officer. You have all this experience. Why would someone you said I ran a red light and I'm going to.
Now you're asking him to speculate as to why someone would do that. And we're not here to speculate, sir. Any other questions about the driving?
Of course. If you'd let me ask them. I would just like to ask my questions. So when I'm being charged with making.
Sir, I'm telling you right now, that's it on the question.
Oh, I'm not allowed to ask any more questions? So you're denying me due process
you make
again.
Comments, you make statements.
Again, you're denying me due process.
On every comment.
That's okay.
So you're going to cut off Ross. I'm going to assume that you're done. Since
I'm not done.
You wanted to talk about
I'm not done.
Supposed argument that took into account.
You're not allowing me to ask my questions.
I can only assume that when you don't follow my rules,
assumptions are not a good thing to make. So, your rules. This is the court of law. I get due process.
You need to stop talking now and quit laughing like you think it's amusing. I'm telling you right now, you are not following the rules of the court. You've ignored them and you've laughed at them and you've thought it was very amusing. I'm telling you right now, there are rules that we follow and you are not following them.
And I feel like I'm being denied due process.
I warned you several times that if you continued to just make these statements when you were supposed to be doing questioning and cross-examination, that I would end the cross-examination having to assume that you didn't want to ask any more questions. And instead of asking questions, you continue to make these statements. So I am going to stop the cross-examination at this point.
No due process.
Officer, do you have anything else you want to say that you haven't already?
Now the gloves come off. He keeps talking over the judge, pushing irrelevant hypotheticals and ignoring direct orders. The judge gives one final warning. Stay on topic or lose your chance to cross-examine. He ignores it, of course. This is a slow-motion car crash we all saw coming, where the judge finally starts prepping to shut it all down. This isn't legal defense. It's courtroom sabotage.
He said.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Mr. Schneider, you have been sworn in. Go ahead and state your full name, spelling your last name for the record. And what did you want to tell me with regards to what happened?
There's no evidence against me here, none. You have an officer's testimony. There is causation in this case. There was no signage for the roads being closed. I didn't know the road was closed. I wouldn't try to take a right on a road that's closed. It's preposterous, considering I don't have anything on my driving record. Why would I make a mistake like that in such a busy area? It's just silly. And then when I made a U-turn and turned around, I was in the middle of the intersection with no signage that the road was closed. And if you check the Maricopa County handbook, it says that it's a historic problem that there's no signage. And even if there was signage, I would have to get 72 hours of notice. I didn't get that. And then when the officer came up and asked me for my ID, I was simply getting it out of the glove box. To state that I was argumentative with him is just preposterous. It's another way to paint me in a negative light. It's just not true. And the fact that you didn't allow me to finish my question and deny me due process, ma'am, this is going to end up in appeal in federal district court.
You serious?
This is absolutely wrong what's happening right now. I have the right to ask him questions. If you don't like how I'm asking questions, you're welcome to make me direct. But you're not allowed to tell me that my asking questions is over or I don't get due process of the law. Maybe this court doesn't I don't know. I don't want to say anything. But what I am trying to say is that there's been no evidence presented. You have an officer who has testified that I've done some things, but he's presented no evidence.
I'm going to stop you because you're making argument at this point.
I'm testifying. You said I was testifying.
Evidence. You want to present evidence.
Yes, I submitted a video that shows the entire...
Here it is, the total collapse. The judge cuts off cross-examination after too many warnings, and our legal genius plays a victim. No due process. He protests, laughs, argues, and tries to spin it into a federal case. But the damage is done. Watching him drown in his own overconfidence while the judge sticks to courtroom procedure is a kind of poetic justice you can't script. This is a turning point.
Entire thing. I submitted pictures that show...
What video? What video?
I submitted a video and I submitted pictures both.
We have absolutely no video.
Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
So we don't have a video.
I submitted video and pictures, Your Honor. The fact that it's not here now, to me, honestly,
where
is
did
not
you
surprising.
submit those?
To the court online.
How did you send them to us?
I sent them through the email
Sir?
submission.
How did you send them to us?
I can, if you want, you can ask again, and I'll continue to answer if you'd like. What I just said to you,
No,
ma'am.
I'm asking you.
You're asking me for the third time now. Let me say it again. I submitted them via email.
Oh, let me stop you. Are you streaming this hearing on YouTube?
Your Honor, you told me I could.
No, I said you can't tape it.
You said we can continue. That's what you said.
I told you over again that the rule is you cannot tape and are not allowed to record these hearings.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you said, ma'am. I have it.
To,
I'll end the stream for you, though, if that's what
we
you'd like.
gave you the opportunity of appearing telephonically. We didn't require you to come into court to do this. If you are streaming that right now, you need to undo that connection right now.
There you go, ma'am. I ended
right now. Sir.
There you go. I ended the stream, ma'am.
You talked about violating laws.
Just when you thought the train wreck had reached the station, it crashes through the platform. He rants about lack of evidence, swears he submitted video, and then surprise, he was illegally live streaming the hearing. The judge shuts it down instantly. This final blow seals the courtroom saga in chaos. His credibility? Gone. His defense? Imploded. And his stream? Cut. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.